Hello. So, it is time for week 6 of UBL Season 10. This time we're up against one of, if not the most familiar opponents of the league. You know him, you love him, you hate his puns, but you still love him. You love... Hey, actually no, I love how much of an idiot he is. It's Fat Rat, everybody. I love Fat Rat. Maybe one of my favorite people that I've met through this. Like, them and Canna, of course, are like the two big ones, but I mean, I love Rat. They're such an idiot. But we also have great sets, and they're an idiot, and I love them. And yeah, so we get to play them, and if we win, because we are 4-1 already, one win puts us into playoffs. So we want to win because of that reason, but also to get revenge for last season, because last season we played them and we lost, but it was such a good set. Like, normally I don't look back on sets and be like, oh, I lost, that wasn't great. Like, no, last season's set we played was really something, and I think this one's going to be something as well. Maybe not for the right reasons. Their team consists of Fluttermane, because of course it does. It's become a joke at this point that Rat's always going to get a Fluttermane. Torkoal, Syrian Lilligant, Gastrodon, Azelf which can Terra, Pachirisu that can Terra, Stantler that can Terra, Balastria, and Honchkrow. So, quite a variety of different offensive threats, as well as, like, supporting pieces. Obviously there is Fluttermane. Fluttermane is a stupid, annoying Pokemon. So, yeah, it's also one of the Pokemon that, with a booster energy speed, can outspeed a Lecky. Great. Speaking of outspeeding a Lecky, they've got Hisuian Lilligant with Sun, so that can outspeed a Lecky. And can do after use stuff, or just do a ton of damage, or maybe they don't even bother and just go for hustle shenanigans and try and kill me. It's a possibility, but I more would expect Sun. Speaking of the Sun itself, Torkoal is annoying. It can also just set Sun for stupid Fluttermane as well, because, you know, that's a thing. And also just do a ton of damage. Gastrodon is their ground type. It's an annoying one. It's gonna sit there and be super annoying, but I think it's manageable. We've got some answers for it. Azelf is actually a Pokemon that I am really happy that's doing well for them. We've got the stats over here, right? Okay, it's not doing as well as I thought. Basically, Azelf was like one of the Pokemon where we were like, when we were making the tier list, the draft board, we were like, should we allow Azelf to Terra? And I pretty much said, like, no one's gonna draft Azelf if it can't Terra and we make it out of the Terra point range. And if Azelf is like cleaning house with Terra, that's a world I want to live in. So that's pretty much what I said, and everyone else agreed. We're like, yeah, let's give Azelf a chance. Unfortunately, it's on the same team as Fluttermane. But at least from the matches I've seen, it's still done decently. And at least applied pressure. Because it can go physical as well, as something Fluttermane can't do. They've got a Pachirisu, which kind of similar to the stupid Raichu we had to play last week, is a pain because Follow Me plus Absorb is annoying. For poor old Lecky. Lecky can't catch a break. Stantler's their main Trick Room setter to set up Trick Room for both Galastria and Torkoal, who are both slower than my slowest Pokemon, so there's something very important to keep in mind. And I've used Weird Ear in the past, and I don't doubt that Stantler's equally or even better as like an actual Trick Room setter. It doesn't do damage, like that mon does not do damage at all. But with Intimidate and Eviolite, it's really bulky and not easy to remove, so yeah, I'm briefly mentioned Glastrier, something I personally have ended up loving, at least in singles. And I mean, I love the thing in VGC as well. Like, I think the mod's great. So if they opted to go for a Trick Room mode, I can absolutely see Glastrier coming. Or like Torkoal. But I think if I see Glastrier, then I've got to at least... I think if I see Stantler could come and not set Trick Room. But it also could set Trick Room for like just Torkoal. But Glastrier, like, if I'm not ready for Glastrier, it will just like clean me up. And then Honchkro's kind of the oddball of the group, I'd say. Like, it's a Tailwind setter, it's kind of mid-speed, but it's just not great. So, yeah. I've built my... I sat down this morning and I, like, put everything together. For the last couple days I've been thinking about what I want to do with this matchup, because it's so awkward. They've got the highest of highs in terms of speed, higher than Alecki, but then they've also got the slowest of slows with both Torkoal and Glastrier, and I'm like, what do I do? Yeah, we'll talk about it. As per usual, we're actually going to start with the lead, and it's a Alecki lead. Didn't see that coming. We're going for a Sash Alecki lead with Adamant max attack. Not Adamant, but Lonely. But with plus attack. And max speed, barring 1 point, because I've decided to throw some EVs, like, split the 4s into defenses. The reason for physical Alecki, and while I didn't do the calc, it's just better at killing Fluttermane than, like, going special. Because with Wild Charge, we can at least hit it on the physical side and do good damage to it. It also lets us use Extreme Speed, which is really nice for picking off things like Lilligant. Electro Web is just nice speed control. It's not the most important, but it's like at least reasonable to have. And also gives me a spread electric attack to get around, what's it called? Get around Pachirisu, if Pachirisu is a lead. And then Protect, which is actually, like, really important because of what we're leading this with. You might think the speed's definitely overkill, right? It's like, well, yeah, like, this thing needs no speed to outspeed the main Scarfer I would expect, which would be Scarf Honchkro. But both Lilligant in Sun and Booster Energy Speed, Fluttermane outspeed Alecki. So, but I've kind of gone with a middle ground of like, alright, well, you've got to at least, if you don't speed creep me, with like max, with Adamant max speed, then you're going to be in trouble. So Sash Alecki lead with not really much utility, it's more so just breaking power, and I think this is the one where I'm calling just like the most, like the forbidden duo, because we're leading Alecki with the Pokemon it was never meant to be paired with, and that's Donphan. Adamant max speed Donphan with safety goggles and Terra Steel. Earthquake, Iron Head, Ice Shard, and Protect. So what am I doing? So the idea is simple. We're trying to break early. The whole point of this lead is to break early, because there's too many leads for me to cover. There's too many, there's Sun lead, like just Lilligant Torkoal, there's Fluttermane leads, there's Pachirisu leads, there's Trick Room leads, there's too many different leads for me to cover in just, like, get it right all the time and, like, predict what they're going to go for. So I just need something that's solid all around, and the idea is we're just going to use Donphan Alecki to try and break. You might think, well, you're spamming Earthquake, that's probably not the best idea next to Alecki. That's why we've got Protect, funnily enough. But also, I only really need to click Earthquake once. The main thing it's here for is Torkoal. Like, pretty much nothing else. It's here for Torkoal. I mean, Pachirisu. But I wouldn't even expect Pachirisu to be running Protect. So it's mainly there for those two, and turn 1, I'm just going to Earthquake Protect against, like, those sorts of, against Sun lead or against the Pachirisu lead. And we can go from there. Ironhead obviously is great for Flutter Mane, and Terra Steel helps it, like, defensively and offensively, just generally. And then Ice Shard for the extra priority. Max Speed is nice, both for, like, just outspeeding no speed stuff, like, all their supportive stuff we will outspeed, and maybe probably catch that, like, by surprise. Like, we'll be outspeeding Stoutler if it's got no speed. Goggles is for Sleep Powder, because if they, like, if I'm going for Protector, Lecky, and then safety, and then, like, just Earthquake to weaken the Torkoal, Break Lily, and Sash, for example, and they would just try and put me to sleep, then we've got the Goggles to keep us awake. And then, yeah, like, once we've done that, we can just start breaking. So, and the main thing as well is, because we've got Sturdy and Sash on Lecky, it's very unlikely that they just, they can't get a double knockout. There's no way for them to get a double knockout turn 1. They can maybe take out one if they call, like, an Lecky Protect or something, but there's no way that both die in one turn, and as a result, we can make sure we can get a good amount of damage off, and the hope is that these two at least trade with their lead, and then whatever we bring in the back can kind of win the game from there. So we've got, like, double priority with these two, like, good offense, so we'll see what we can do. So the back two Pokemon are completely undecided. It completely depends what they bring. So, there's things I also haven't nicknamed, so let's do that right now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, it is 12 always. And of course we've got the Don. It's not Cats, but it has to be Cat. It's the Don. The absolute GOAT this season. Next up, Bronzong. We are Iron Defense Body Press with Heavy Slam and Protect. Relaxed Nature, so we're plus defense with 4 in defense and then the rest in special defense. We can take I believe it is a Life Orb Shadow Ball from Floor Main. Might not be Life Orb. Might be a Life Orb. No, it probably isn't Life Orb. Because I was originally going to go Cassette, but the idea is, well, this is pretty much only coming to beat Glastria. Like, it's got no other reason to come. We're not trying to set Trick Room with this, we're not trying to set Trick Room in general. We're just trying to essentially go for bulky offense for the last 2 months, depending on what we bring. But if Glastria is there, like, this is my best way to take it out, so I probably should have it. And if they end up leaning too much into physical attackers, then obviously this is great as well. Nothing too crazy with Bronzong here. Haven't really done a lot of Iron Defense Body Press stuff this season, so I've just had, like, Body Press as an attack, but not really Iron Defense Body Press, so to my memory, I think I might have brought Iron Defense Body Press week 4, but anyway, yeah. Next up, Brute Bonnet. So this is oh my god, I can't spell shrooms. So we've got an Assault Vest one here. So over, like, the first, like, 3 EVs you've seen aren't really specific or anything. The last 3 I actually at least put a good amount of thought into, because that was the thing I didn't really think about while I was thinking about the team, because, like, I theorized my teams while I'm at work. But Assault Vest Brute Bonnet is kind of nice. So we've got a bit of speed. Spoilers, we're bringing Moltres, which is why Tailwind, like, we need to worry about Tailwind numbers. Unfortunately, I'll spoil it now. Donphan Adamant Max Speed is 1 point slower than Timid Flutter Mane without a boost strategy. So, if that comes up, I'm gonna be sad, but we'll see. But Brood Bonnet, I wasn't even going to go for that speed because I actually wanted bulk on it. So it's only faster than Azelf in Tailwind. Well, while I'm in Tailwind, so... yeah, I forget what the... No, I know what the HP for. So the HP, I was like, okay, well, is the damage numbers I need, is there, like, whatever, bulk. This can live a jolly close combat from a not boosted in any way, shape, or form, Hisuian Lilligant. That means no Expert Belt, no, Life Orb, no Bustle, or anything like that. But you can take one close combat if need be, which is nice. We've gone with the Assault Vest because it also helps take on Torkoal a little bit. It helps take like fairy hits from Fluttermane, helps take hits from Azelf, and with the attacks that we have in Seed Bomb, Double Dark and Crunch and Sucker Punch, and then Close Combat, we can do pretty good damage to a number of things, which is really, really nice. Sucker Punch, obviously, great priority. Seed Bomb, this is mainly going to be coming if Gastrodon is there. We've got another answer to Gastrodon if need be, but this is really good for Gastrodon. So we've got that. The Double Dark is great because of Azelf, and Close Combat is mostly there for Glastria. But it still does like 40% or something to Torkoal, which is pretty decent. Like, I was considering Stomping Tantrum, but I want to make sure I can take out Glastria if needs be. I wanted to do Bullet Seed, but against max defense Gastrodon, there's a good chance that like Bullet Seed isn't going to take it, and the whole reason why I was going to use Bullet Seed was to bypass like Rindo Berry. But if I get 2 hits, then I'm not getting it anyway, so I may as well just run Seed Bomb and do like it's going to KO any non-Rindo Berry Gastrodon. So next up, Florges, my child. Again, pretty like diverse EV spread here. This one is able to outspeed a timid Fluttermane in Tailwind, which is really, really nice. We've gone with max HP, Calm 4 special defense, and then the rest in special attack from there. The main thing is because of Torkoal, what we can do is we can take a Specs Eruption, get our Citrus Berry off, Psychic it the following turn, and then it will have taken enough damage where Eruption will be weakened, and we can take another hit. And we can take another Specs Eruption because of because it's a weakened Eruption. The special defense is just really nice to have in a lot of situations, and the special attack isn't too necessary. It's not like I'm going to get Gastrodon in one hit with Energy Ball regardless. Moonblast is going to be KOing Lilligant anyway, so I just figured it was more important to have that bit extra special defense. But Moonblast, Energy Ball, Psychic, and Protect with the Citrus Berry is really, really nice. I've also just realized that's still wrong. So yeah, really like Florges here. It's really solid for this sort of bulky offense style that I'm going with in the back. This is one of those that I can see generally coming, just because it's good into a good amount of Pokemon. And last but not least, Moltres. Moltres was kind of the one that was the most like I had to figure out, because I didn't even know what item I wanted on it. And I was just like, okay, I know what moves I want, but I don't know anything else. And the spread, and the EV spread in the item of choice actually is kinda cool. I really like this spread, mostly because it looks so, like, bizarre, but, like, makes sense. Every little bit of this makes sense, other than, like, the random 4 speed. So Skyplate is actually our item of choice. And that is to help pick up a 2-hit KO on Torkoal with the Air Slash here, because I'm not running Hurricane. I ain't risking that, especially in Sun, because I'm pretty sure in Sun it has lower accuracy. Alongside that, we've got Heat Wave, which with the special attack investment also means we get Blastria into, which is really nice. And then Tailwind and Protect. The what was the Spadef for? Was it? Can't remember if it was Fluttermane. I think it was getting to it. I think it was avoiding getting to it killed by Fluttermane. Like non-boosting special attack Fluttermane. And then the rest of then all that defense is to help not get to it killed by Icicle Crash from Blastria, and then the rest went into special attack. Even though I think I did special attack first, and then just everything else kind of ended up working out this way. We've got Terra Water, just to help resist Blastria hits, help still resist Torkoal hits. Just generally nice to have as a Terra type. Overall, because while obviously resisting Rock would be nice, don't think there's a type that I want to go that resists Rock that will like not screw me over in the long run. Because the types that resist Rock are Steel, which I will then get nuked by Torkoal, and Lilligant for that matter, so I'm good. And like Gastrodon, there's too many things. There's Fighting, but they've got a Fluttermane and Azelf, and just a little too many things that are really good into that. And then the last one that would have been the most likely to consider is Ground, but I'm still a bit cautious about that. Like, I think it's probably just better to have Water. So, yeah, that is the team, and now all with nicknames, which is really cool. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. We're playing in like an hour and a half, if Rat isn't late. We know what Rat's like. So we'll see how things go, and wish us luck, because we win this, we get into playoffs. We lose this, we've got to win against one of our last two. Yeah. I'll see you guys for the match. Alright. Let's do it. Oh my god. Alright, I was laying down, get a bit of rest, and now I'm up, and, okay, so the most Trick Room-y thing I can see is just Torkoal in Trick Room. They did bring Standler, but yeah, okay, so obviously we're going with the lead. No Gastrodon, so Brute Bonnet's less good. I think that means we want to go, like, they've got Azelf, but Azelf and Terra. They brought all three Terra captains, actually. I think it's always Florges, and I think it's Moltres. Try this to start. It'll be great if they loaded. So it's Statler. Ooh, it's Sapsipper, because it's not Intimidate or Frisk. So this is a lead I don't need to go for Thingy. Then Impulse says, because I'm a dummy. So I want to see how much Wild Charge is going to do into Azelf. Wild Charge is going to do enough where Ice Shard should take it out, so we can double. No! Oh, they do miss. That is unfortunate. Thankfully, I do have special attackers in the back, which is nice. I guess I go for it again. I don't really have a reason not to. Yeah, they do go to Pachirisu, so I'm at least getting chip on that. They break my sash there. I'm going to protect an earthquake. Well, I'll switch, and I'll earthquake again. Get some chip on this thing. Good old flame body, thank you very much. So either of these can Terra. So I kind of just want to go for a... I kind of want to just go for a Protector Scout. I also wouldn't mind going for a Tailwind. Don't know the last yet, but I'll go to Forges. They switch to Pachirisu and protect themselves. Okay. I guess it failed because they didn't do anything? Let me go back to the Dawn. I suppose. Actually, I don't mind just going for a Tailwind here. I'll take good damage, but, like, I can go for a Tailwind. And then just, like, Moonblast this Pachirisu. I don't even need to Moonblast the Pachirisu, necessarily. We'll just go for the Azov. They go for the double protect. Alright. This has been a strange game. Who's last? It's probably Flutter, right? Out of the... It's not going to be Lilligan. I imagine it's Flutter. I want to save my special attackers a bit here. So... I think I just protect and... right, I can't protect and Heat Wave. That's not how that works. How much would Heat Wave do to a Pachirisu? Patch. That's, like, kind of a specially defensive one. Like, 30-ish%. So I think a double up will get it next turn. So I'm down to just Moonblast here. Good damage. I have been getting a little lucky for sure. Oh, okay. They actually called that. Fair play. I don't imagine Heat Wave isn't a kill. They do Nuzzle, just paralyzing everything, which is a classic Rat fashion, by the way. Like, extremely classic Rat, to just paralyze everything. Yeah, Fluttermane is last. It's not Booster. Interesting. Well, I absolutely want to save at least my Moltres for the Standler. So I guess I will go into the Dom. I'm just going to try and take out this Azelf here. Take a good chunk. Is Ice Shard enough to get Azelf? Probably not, right? Azelf's not that bad. Yeah, it's 20%. Like, there's going to be an attack go there, so I think it's just worth doing that. Crit, I've got the thingy. Alright, Azelf down. Okay, so the only mon they can Terror is this thing. So I think they've got to have Flutter attack into it. They've got to have Flutter attack into this. I think so. I'm just going to try and get, because Blodgers isn't going to do that much to Flutter main, but it is like we'll get some decent chip on this. Okay, it's not Scarfed. Crit size shield bash, but I get 30% there. And that means Aleki can come in, because Aleki's faster. Like, I'm actually running a fast Aleki. Shocking, I know. But they can't outspeed me. So, we now find out it has Protect, which is grand, and Aleki gets the kill. So that's game 1 down, which is muy bueno. That's singles. We both posted a live battle link at the same time. Okay, so the whole point of my strategy didn't end up working, because they brought, like, a tanky lead. Well, they brought, like, they were trying to go for Side Shield bashes and raise defense. So, I think for that reason, like, I absolutely am not gonna be switching up my 4. Because, like, Bronzong wouldn't have been good. It would have been okay into some stuff, but they're bringing Flutter, so no. Okay. So we saw how much. So much. Risu, level 50, in doubles. That's pretty physically bulky. Baby Doll Eyes into 53%. So at -1? Maybe not bold? No, bold. It's like max defense. Okay, how much does my E-speed do? 22? Okay. kind of just like going into my Moltres. I was about to say my Nuggies, but it's not far off. Which was Clear Amulet now, but you know, here we are. There's also high horsepower. They just go for a Protect, Baby Doll Eyes, and I just get some good damage on this thing. 57. I'm pretty specially defensive. So, I'm just gonna go for a Tailwind Earthquake here. Ooh, they have Taunt. So, that's their Terror down, which is nice. I have Heat Wave. So, I'm just gonna go for Heat Wave, and I think just switching to Lodges. It's that or Protect. But, I'm at least getting 1 KO here. And keeping Donphan sturdy is really nice, so... Some Damaggio. Get a burn on the thingy, which actually might matter, because it's gonna die now. Speaking of dying, my spicy Nuggies are very much in danger. We don't know it'll last. But again, if they're bringing this Stantler, and they're trying to do things with Stantler, I kinda want to make sure that, like, I've at least got one special attacker around. So, we're gonna switch to the Dawn here. And... like, do I get... How much do I do to Flutter? Like, that is a good question. I KO it if it's got no bulk. Okay, that's good enough for me. I'm gonna Moonblast this thing. Ow. They split up their attacks, though, which means the Don lives, and Azoth goes down. And it's Torkoal last. Okay. You're a bit of an issue then, aren't you? I could Terra Steel, but it's probably not worth. Don't know what kind of Torkoal this is. Aleki is no longer faster. So it's probably just get Ice Shard Chip onto Flutter so something else can deal with it, and then we Psychic the Torkoal. Get some good chip on that as they go for Heat Wave, takes out the Don. Just go into thingy. Let me check that damage on. That doesn't seem specs, like, God no. I need a friggin' doubles TR attack for one. Heat Wave in doubles. I think that's just max special attack. Like modest max or quiet max or something along those lines. So I could set up Tailwind here. Which would make both of my no, it wouldn't. Because stupid Little Main's got the stupid thing. I've got the Sun Boost, I may as well get the Heat Wave. And then we can no, not sight. We'll Heat Wave and we'll Moonblast the Flutter. Oh dear, it's Calm Mind! Please get out of here. That's a good amount of damage. As I do not get the boost, thank you. Okay. I don't think I don't think +1 D-Gleam would have killed. I just need to eliminate it to a 1v1, so I'm gonna go for this. and now it's a 2v1. So. Yeah, we'll just go for Wild Charge and Moonblast. Yeah, no, Dazzling Gleam at +1 was not KOing Florges. No way. If it did 17%, say a Soulfest, I don't know. It was booster speed, so it should have been timid. So, yeah, I mean, it's still max. Whatever. So Dazzling Gleam in doubles. Yeah, that was +1. Yeah, that wasn't killing. So that was at like 38. So, yeah, not quite how I expected that to go. Oh, they're sorting replays out, thank you, Rat. Yeah, not how I expected that to go at all, but, just the bulky offense at the back Pokemon, and then I kind of ended up using... It was not how I expected it to go, but all I know is Moltres and Florges put in work, and Alecki just kind of came in late and cleaned. So, GG's to Rat. So, yeah, we're now 5-1, and that puts us into playoffs, I believe. So, yeah, fun times. We've only got 2 more weeks to go. We'll see if we can take it to the top. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.